I remember watching some of the classic Disney animated films when I was really little, and I don't think I completely understood how they were made. So I didn't think of it really as being something I could do. I just enjoyed them as a kid. But I drew my whole life, and I only really found out about doing animation as a field in college. It was wonderful to see that as an artist you could draw a movie, because I love film and I love drawing, and to combine the two into something like that was just a real opportunity. And there were lots of opportunities opening up in animation at the time I was graduating.
I remember there was another actor that lived in the neighborhood who did commercials, and I was so fascinated by that. I thought it was such a cool job. And not long after did I decide I wanted to be an actor as well.
Well, I understand with something like Kung Fu Panda, you're sort of in isolation doing your voice work. How do you keep your energy up? How do you psych yourself up to do these Kung Fu battles when you're by yourself there?
Well, it's easy because they don't have you in for long periods of time. They'll have you in for maybe, 1 to 3 hours. Oftentimes they have you do the dialogue first, and they'll do the action at the end, so your voice doesn't get really hoarse by that time. Yeah, I guess one of the things that helps your voice as well is if you have a bite of an apple, it clears up your voice as well, which is kind of a nice secret to know.
Tell me a bit about how doing a voice role where you do your work and you don't see it for sometimes even a year later.
Years. This one was 3 years.
3 years, well, there you go, compared to something like Broadway in God of Carnage, which is as immediate as it gets.
Yes. I love the idea of having the variety of those things. I love doing theater because you can't really get away. You can't escape. You can't have an off day. I mean, you can, but you pay for it immediately, because you want to, the business that we're in is entertainment, and we want to, naturally please the people that are there and feel connected to them and feel connected to yourself as an artist. So I really do enjoy theater so much, and it's how I started, in fact. When I graduated, I started doing theater pretty much right away.
One thing that's really nice about DreamWorks is there are a lot of directors who have worked up through the ranks. It's not like you have to come in and say, all right, I'm coming in as a director. No, they have nurtured a lot of people to come up from many different departments and many different directions to become directors there. And we're allowed to make the movie that we want to make. In my case, I was a story artist there for many years and became a head of story. And as a head of story, you're very much a part of the story development, character development, and it seemed to be a natural step to directing.
There's been a bit of a controversy in the last few years recently with some people saying there's been a lack of female protagonists in animated films. How do you feel about that?
I think it's like, I don't quite know why that's the case. Certainly during the making of the movie, it never came up. I mean, no one noticed or pointed out or seemed to care one way or the other whether the director was a male or a female. And I think that's the way it should be, that you're a director. You're not a woman or a man director. You're just a director. You're making the film that you want to make without gender being involved at all. Certainly, controversy aside, I don't feel that the Panda movies are in any particular gender one way or the other. They seem to be popular with both male and females. So I don't know exactly why that's the case.
Well, I understand you've been working on this for a number of years. Is there a particular sequence that you feel great pride in, something that you really love that has your name to it?
It is the scene where Poe finds the truth in this movie. And it was the first scene that we boarded. And it's the scene that made me cry every single time. And I've watched the movie a lot, and it still hits me.
Anything is possible. I'm freaking in.
Where are the signs?
What signs? Ah! So many signs. Ah! My old enemy. Stare.